Hi, Manuel. Thank you so much for joining with us. Please introduce yourself with our audience. Yeah,
Hi, Purna. Hope you're doing well. So my name is Manuel. I'm the head of AI solutions at K2G. It's a software company in Switzerland, and I've been working in AI for many years now. I worked for 10 years at Google in sales leadership and in product management.
yeah.
Um, Aside from that, I really love well-being, yoga, coaching, and helping our clients and my team to have a good life.
Super. That's interesting to know about you, Manuel. Manuel, you've been in the Google for almost a decade, right? Where you
Yes.
also worked with data and AI there, and again
Yes.
now you are with K2G. Why did you take this transition? I mean, what motivated you to just take this decision?
Well, Google is in a moment of transformation right now. I think everyone heard of the layoffs and changes and many changes of departments. So then it was the time for me to go. I left because there was a mass layoff of all my department, basically.
Okay,
And I took this opportunity to get more involved into artificial intelligence since it was the right moment when the technology was being developed and rolled out. So I went more in depth in this through research and consulting projects, and finally joined K2G since they have an interesting approach on implementation of AI for financial and insurance institutions and for data analytics, which I think is really powerful. I think it can go to e-commerce, to banking, to many areas,
right.
because here we have managed to do really accurate and secure AI solutions. And AI, I mean generative AI, like AI agents,
Right.
which most of the people, because they compare to ChatGPT or so, they perceive like something that has errors, that is being in development. But at K2G, we have managed to do really accurate, really secure, really transparent AI solutions.
Do you make the customized solutions for small and medium-sized businesses at K2G?
Customized for small and medium size, not. We have our proprietary
The
technology.
products, yeah. I've gone through the products, and
Mhm.
I'm just curious to know that are you also into customized solutions for the small and mid-sized businesses?
Customized solutions are for the large ones,
Okay, yeah, right,
for large companies. They are just the ones that have the complexity that requires them to develop customized solutions. But for
okay,
most companies, a ready to implement solution, which means less money to pay and less time to wait, is a better solution.
right. Right, Manuel. One thing I need to discuss with you is in India, a lot of small and mid-sized businesses owners think that the integration of AI into their business is not possible or too expensive. Uh, Generally, a lot of owners of the businesses, founders think that, um, okay, this is for big corporations or something like that. What do you think the first real steps that one founder of any small to mid-sized company should take in their business?
So I think it is necessary to remove the focus on AI
Mhm.
and to refocus on what is it that they actually need to do.
Okay.
And in particular, when what they need to do requires automation,
Hmm.
AI is a very powerful tool right now because it is the contrary. Because of generative AI, because of agents,
Okay.
the time and the cost to develop software solutions has shortened, right?
Okay.
Before, you needed highly specialized people who will talk to the machine in certain language and it will get it to do X.
yeah,
Developing AI solutions also has its complexity. Like solutions like the ones that K2G has are ready for enterprise. So they have significant level of complexity development. You cannot do it by yourself in your living room as an entrepreneur. Like it's significantly complex. But many many automation tasks are now possible much easier. So from the simple thing of imagine extracting information from incoming emails.
okay, yeah,
Any business needs this,
yeah,
either an invoice, a request from a client.
yeah,
In the past, to program that, I did it. You needed to program exactly which field, in how many character you will extract what information. No chance for ambiguity. If the email format change, you
yeah,
needed to program again.
yeah,
AI agents can do that.
yeah,
They can extract information from an email and deal with ambiguity. They understand the context when you say extract name. What is a name?
yeah,
You don't need to tell them exactly where in the email it is, just extract name. So actually right now I'm really excited because right now is the time when small and medium businesses finally have the opportunity to create scale and automation at a fraction of the cost.
yes. Recently, I've also heard from the AI guy, this Sam Altman says that now we are living in a world, in a time that a single human being, a single person, can almost run a billion-dollar company. I'm not sure about this exact number, but he said that a single person would be able to just manage almost a billion-dollar company. Manuel, what do you think, the opportunity that is there in today's world for a person, an individual who wants to build something around AI? I mean, you may talk about any particular industry. Say, for example, I know a few people in India who do a lot of AI integration in the content creation. For example, they create avatars, they set up a team, they do their work, and the team does that everything. They keep creating a lot of content and they just upload across all the platforms, and they are making good amount of money. And what do you think about this statement and this perspective? Share your perspective, Manuel.
My realistic perspective is that I think machines and AI can help us to do many more things and in a more efficient way than what we thought before.
Mhm.
Create a website, extract information, think about ideas, right?
Yeah.
It definitely can empower every person to become to do things that with their own individual doing would take too long. I do not think, however, that the human aspects of creating a company or a business are still replaceable.
Okay.
When you talk about creating millions of dollar company, you will need an accountant, you will need a tax expert. At some point, you will need someone to sell. At some point, maybe you could even do it all, but you don't want. You don't want to check the Instagram posts, the trends on the market. At some point, you have two choices: either to do everything by yourself and do it slower, or to get people who really know how to do it. And that also applies to AI. I went myself and I created AI agents with Vertex AI, the solution from Google.
Okay.
Was I able to do it? Yes, I can do it. Could my software engineers do it 10 times faster than me? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
So, does it really make sense that I focus on doing that when they can do it 10 times better? As someone who is not a software engineer can do it, yes, but still, the other person who knows everything about JSON schemas and API connections and integrations will just do it faster.
Right. Right.
So I think the statement from this guy from OpenAI is a business statement. It's the
Yeah.
goal of everyone jumping onto ChatGPT and trying to build something.
Yes.
But realistically, creating AI agents is creating software good with new rules, new complexities.
Yeah. Right, Manuel. Manuel, I want to also discuss about the data challenge that will be having while working with the data. What if some business doesn't have a structured, a proper data that an AI model requires? How do you tackle that situation while helping a business? Yeah, please, could you please talk about this?
I think that really depends on the implementation. So you might have heard it's the common thing in industry is like if you don't have good quality data, then the output is not good.
Yeah, correct.
Because of the new tools, what is good quality data has changed considerably. So to give you an example, we are creating AI solutions that can automate the processing of claims for insurance companies have
Right.
a when you have an accident with your car, or you had a prescription from the doctor and you send that to your insurance, right?
Yeah.
If you imagine in that world, many documents are handwritten by a doctor,
Yeah.
others are a form, others are a report. Mm? Manually, no, extracting information from these kind of things up to a few years ago, and I mean in one or two, it was quite complex. So only enterprise level companies or a very tailored software solution would be able to extract information from that.
Okay.
Nowadays, for more simple things, even with ChatGPT, you can do a lot.
Mm.
And when you need very high accuracy, like in the case of an insurance company, there are very good technologies on OCR and on AI that we have utilized. Another example is that you would think, oh, I need millions of rows of data to do something. But nowadays, you can provide a small table
Mhm.
with what you have invested money in, what was the return, and ask the AI agent to do an analysis. If it is a really small table, ChatGPT will do it. If it
Yeah.
is something big, like for an insurance company, ChatGPT is not safe, not accurate.
Mhm.
It cannot manage large data sets. So that's where K2G solution can do it. But in either case, you can ask the help to the AI agent to give you some first clues on where and how to look at these numbers.
Yeah.
So the challenge, of course, the highest quality of your data, the more powerful things you can do.
Yeah.
For example, Facebook has a lot of data about you, Purna, so they can create really high quality ads.
Yeah.
But any small to medium business, like if in the past you were running a flower shop and you didn't like numbers and you had problems to look at your revenue reports and look at where to invest, you can use now uh, ChatGPT even to run that report. Recently, I was on a late Sunday evening with a friend of mine who is a director at a very large global leading software company,
Yeah.
and he was working extra hours to do an analysis on where they should focus their marketing spend, all
Okay.
the different channels that they have. Okay, digital media, physical media, influencers, etc., etc.
Yeah.
He did something that I told him he should not do. He provided the numbers to ChatGPT, which is not very safe.
Yeah.
And the answer from ChatGPT was the same that he had been working on the whole day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It is as simple and as powerful as that.
Yes.
He had been working his Sunday, and this machine gave the same answer that he had concluded
within seconds.
within seconds.
Yes, yes, Manuel. I have this one scenario. Like, I was just talking to one of my friend. She's working for a company in Switzerland, of course, based in Zurich, or I don't know the exact location. But what happened is she used an AI tool, okay, to get some output, and the manager or whoever is looking after her work were very serious about that. And of course, in today's world, we need to use AI in order to be very much productive, very quick, very fast. How do you think that we can be safe, and at the same time we can use the AI while we are using our data as well to get some
Mhm.
input? How do you see
Um,
that?
that's interesting. So there are two aspects here. One, so I regularly run workshops. I did a workshop recently here in Zurich for HR professionals, and I held them to understand how they could use AI right now. I mean, something like ChatGPT or Gemini. Gemini is working really well. How they could use it right now
Mhm.
safely to completely change the game in HR.
Okay.
So I share a few examples how they can use it for learning and development, how they can use it for creating the training materials, how they can use it to identify who they should hire next, and where they should not use it as well.
Okay.
In general, you will find that many larger companies will not allow the people to use ChatGPT, for example,
Correct. Correct.
for sharing data.
Yeah.
And there is a very good reason for that. It's really not guaranteed that the ChatGPT is not learning from what you are sharing, right? And that's a very particular risk because there is something called prompt hijacking. Someone else can figure out very smart ways to, to trick AI agents to give information that they should not give.
Okay.
So if you give the AI agent a list of your clients and phone numbers and how much they spend, it has the potential to learn from that. And
Yeah.
someone else can ask questions in very complex ways, such a mathematical formula
Yeah.
that tricks the AI agent into thinking that is solving a mathematical formula, but is in actually giving you
Correct.
that personal information that it learned before.
Yes.
So there is a good reason why companies take it seriously that you should not use that.
Mm.
So training the people on what they actually can do, like these workshops that I do, what is safe, that it will not leak any data and it will not compromise, is very powerful for any company because ChatGPT is there available. Your people can use it, be more efficient, and it's great. And when they understand why and what they should not share with the ChatGPT and why not, then they will not do that. There's
Okay.
still the possibility of use generative AI for those cases. For example, K2G clients utilize AI agents for data analytics, but these AI agents are built very different than ChatGPT.
Okay.
Everything they do is traceable. You can see everything they do.
Okay.
They do not have access to the internet while they perform the execution. There's no
Oh.
way
Okay.
Gemini can learn from it.
Yeah.
And they perform many things in the background, like they actually don't analyze the data. They create the coding that pulls the data and performs the analysis in Python and SQL. So
Okay.
all these risks are not there. So there are two kind of things. When there is data that is very critical, it is not safe to use a general tool. but there are enterprise ready solutions like K2G ones that focus on this issue. And for the individual employees, there are many use cases that are safe and that can completely
Yeah.
change how the business operates.
Yes. Yes, Manuel. Manuel, what is the exact problem or an issue that K2G is actually trying to do with AI in the Europe and Switzerland specifically? Yeah.
So K2G focuses on it's a powerful AI engine for data analytics and documents processing. So
Okay.
all the automated document processing that a company has to do, for example, analyze claims or compare medical reports, we have a very good engine for that. And when it comes to data analytics, and I mean real data analytics, I mean gigabytes of data that
Mhm.
should not be leaked, that needs to be protected, but that you need to perform machine learning models. You need to create executive reports where each number has to be very precise without any chance for error. We have the enterprise ready solution for that, powered with generative AI, so with AI agents, which means that the old way of doing data analytics or reports, writing SQL code, writing Python code, or manually selecting dimensions in a dashboard is not needed. You can ask the AI agent, just tell me, why is my revenue down this month?
Interesting. In just a natural language.
In just natural language. Or you can just tell it, merge these two data sets
Okay. Yeah.
or find errors in this data. Just in natural language, a human operator can articulate and manipulate all the data to get the final output that the business actually needs in
Right.
a safe, enterprise, secure environment.
Super. Super.
Industry wise, I have to tell you that AI is like when they roll out the iPhone. I don't know if you remember, the iPhone was rolled out with very few apps.
Correct. Yeah.
It was given to the developers of the world to create what the heck you can do with an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
And everything that we have nowadays with an iPhone, from a compass to look at where are the stars until measuring angles for construction, this could not have been imagined centrally in Cupertino by Apple. It was the developers of all over the world creating these solutions. And the same is what is they are doing now with AI.
Mhm.
Google and Meta are creating the base model, and people all over the world are developing solutions. So
Yeah.
what we can do with this technology is still a world to be discovered.
Correct. Exactly. And Manuel, recently you also been in the World Economic Forum. Tell
Yes.
us, tell us a bit about your time at the WEF 2026.
This is really, really exciting because people who are leading in their fields from all over the world were there,
No.
discussing topics that most of us have not thought about. I met an amazing entrepreneur woman who is creating more detailed medical data for male and female because certain diseases are treated differently for male and female, but some other are not. Sometimes you have a headache and they tell you take a paracetamol, that's it.
Yeah.
But the reasons for headache between a man and a woman can be very different, right?
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah.
So, but developing this split of data
Mhm.
in the past for her as a small entrepreneur without millions of dollars would not be possible. But she's literally using LLMs to create that data split much more accurate.
Oh.
We also had leaders from media, for example. I was in a panel with the CEO of the Atlantic and the I think head writing officer of The Economist, and they were discussing about whether or not generative AI, as in videos of person, can
Mhm.
be a risk for journalists and actors, because now you can record videos of yourself and have a second video of yourself doing something that you did not actually did, right?
Yeah,
um, so Davos was really, really mind blowing, and the key there is that the whole event, the
mhm.
whole streets, everything was around AI. Guys, when all the governments in the world and
Yeah,
all the Silicon Valley and the people from Dubai and the people from China come here and they all agree that they need to speak about AI, this is not a hype.
yeah, yeah.
This is
Correct.
a priority.
Yes, 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 yes.
You will see soon in my LinkedIn, I will try to post this week the pictures, and you will see
Yeah,
Davos is a small town in the mountains of Switzerland, and they transformed the whole town into houses, houses of Palantir, Meta, LinkedIn, OpenAI, everyone talking about this technology.
yeah.
It's not a hype. It's they understand there is a high priority there.
Yes, Manuel. Manuel, give one give one practically possible advice, okay, for SMEs or medium-sized businesses around integration of AI and using maybe one place where they can strongly integrate AI and get the most out of that. For example, in sales or any operations, whatever. What do you think about this? And tell one advice for small and medium-sized business owners.
Um, I think the right focus is to forget about FOMO or forget about thinking that AI is coming to replace us all. Like, this is not helpful. Just think about what your business needs to become successful.
Okay.
Most likely, the parts that your business really needs to become successful still need to be close to a human who is talented, who puts ambition, who puts imagination into it. And the other parts you can start to delegate. Which one to delegate? Really, everything is possible. So just think on what would be the most time saving or the most resources saving.
Okay.
And if you don't know how to solve that, reach out for an expert, because it will just take you too long to solve it by yourself. So, to give you an example, I give yoga classes, I told you, right?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So I get emails with reservations of people that come to my class. And giving yoga classes is not an income for me, it's something that I do out of passion. So I really don't have too much time to check at those
Correct.
emails, right?
I know
So
that.
I utilize make.com to check, to get Gemini to check my emails and extract all the name, email address, phone numbers, and reservation dates of all the emails
Mhm.
and put it in a file for me,
Okay.
so that I can follow up with that person who came, who is coming, because I have reservations coming from my website or from ClassPass or from different platforms, right? So either I could have bought an expensive software called Sports Now, which would cost me $250 a month to synchronize all those reservations, or I asked Gemini to extract this from all those emails and summarize it for me
Yes.
without any cost.
Yes.
So, and I don't have this admin anymore. So, any small, medium business can now use this to release themselves from all the manual work that was limiting them to focus on the most important piece, whether that's a client or a patient or your team, the parts where Machines cannot replace humans. And all the other, in the past, you needed to build a software. Nowadays, you can get it for a fraction of the price.
Yeah, right.
So it's
Perfect.
really inspiring. I think it has the power to really take all the benefit out of the corporations and allowed individuals to do much more than what they could do before.
We are in the very interesting time in the history.
Correct. Yes, many people can do many things, and I could see it in Davos. There was
Yeah.
everything, even AI implemented to make perfumes smell development cheaper and faster.
My God. Interesting, interesting. Yeah.
All kind of things. So if someone needs a workshop to equip their team on how to implement AI, particularly in HR or in data analytics, um, that's something that I can help with. And
Yeah.
if someone needs an enterprise ready solution for data that is sensitive, that they need to do analysis or
Mm.
extract information from documents that needs to be really, really high precise. Not like my yoga example. In my yoga example, if there is one error,
Yeah.
I don't care. But if you are extracting information from medical documents, you need really precise. And that's where a more enterprise ready solution like K2G can help.
Yes. Yes. Interesting, Manuel. And yeah. And Manuel, one final question for you is I wanted to know that you're also a GTM leader. I know that. And what's the one major issue that you have found? Not necessarily an issue. What's one thing that you found while developing a solution with AI or using an AI model or any particular issue while keeping some outcome, some business outcome that's specifically required by a business owner in real time? How do you just manage these two things? Or what's the one thing that you feel a little awkward or whatever it is? Like, how do you just manage these two things, Manuel? AI and the real business outcome. Yeah.
So I have a blog about this in my LinkedIn. I
Cool.
published some articles about what I'm finding in this. Um, but I think it's the same game that was before in software development and in any product development, just that right now is much faster.
Okay.
And this is the fact that a lot of people have an idea that they think is brilliant, and it is brilliant, and they sit down and develop it, and they don't spend time asking other people what they need.
Oh,
And when your idea is brilliant and you have something brilliant, but the other people don't perceive that they need it, you're not going to sell anything.
yeah, correct.
People don't buy your product because it's brilliant or it's fantastic or it's innovative. Maybe a few if you do like a big, but mostly because they want or they need.
Yeah,
And what people want and need is changing really fast because this AI development is changing just so fast.
yeah,
So the biggest challenge there is to continue to keep the focus that whatever you're doing is for people,
mhm,
is to serve that people. And therefore you need to keep open eyes and open ears. What do these people need?
okay. Mm.
Consider in mind that in 3 months could have changed. So for example, last year when I went to these events, um, people were not thinking that they need AI for their claims management as insurance. They thought AI was
Yeah,
a
for big
trend.
corporations or something like that.
Yes, and just 3 months later, now everyone is like, "Oh my god, I need this."
Yeah. Yes.
So that's a very big. It's like my friends working in I cannot tell you right now the company, but you can imagine which is working in developing AI in this big tech
Mhm.
are actually not having a very peaceful and easy time because things change
Yes, yes, yes.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes even a lot of people wonder. that the AI revolution, we are seeing this AI buzz since just few years, maybe 3 or 4, maybe max 6 7 years. But we have seen a lot of changes every 3 4 months, and it's of course interesting to see what happens for every 5 months, 6 months in the AI advancements, right?
Absolutely. Look, 10, no, like 8 years ago, I was in a sales conference and Sundar, the CEO of Google, appeared on a screen like the Power Rangers. For me, it was quite strange. And he said that the priority for the company was um, at the moment it was called machine learning and quantum computing. So I focus on machine learning,
Yeah.
and I started to do a lot of things with machine learning, and I was quite young. And now this machine learning is called AI,
Okay.
and it
Mm.
has a new dimension of generative AI, large language models, conversational AI agents, right?
Yeah.
So the game has changed so fast,
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
so fast. It's in a professional life, 6 years is not so much.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Yes, Manuel. Manuel, thank you so much for your time. You only had 30 minutes, and you spent more than 30 minutes. I can understand your busy schedules, and as a head of the AI solutions at K2G, you'll have many works, and in that busy schedules, you made time for us. You made time for me to share your wisdom with our viewers. Thank you so much once again. I have learned a lot personally. I have gained a lot of information, wisdom from your words. Thank you so much. And whoever's watching, I'll paste the LinkedIn profile of Manuel and their website, the company's website. Please do go and connect with them. If you require any information, please connect with them personally through LinkedIn or to their website. Yes,
Sure.
Manuel.
If you are a student, you can also find in the company website a link to test the solution and to provide your feedback, either a bug or how you would utilize it. And the best submissions get a monetary reward. So if you're a student, it's also very interesting.
This is very interesting for a student to go and experiment while learning, right?
Yes, and earning money. So
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Manuel. Thanks once again for your valuable time. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Yeah.
thank you, Bruna. Have a nice day. Bye.